Hi, I'm Dawn Masler. Welcome to Love School. This is lesson 9 on our series about love. Over the course of the last several weeks, I talked about the 4 phases of love. Now that you have the basic background of the science, I want to start applying that to those burning questions you have about meeting, dating, finding, and keeping love. So today we're going to begin with a question I got on my website last week. In lesson number 3, I answered the question, should women ask a guy out? I said no, because men and women are biologically different, and men are biologically built to pursue. I gave several reasons, including that he has a part of his brain called the pursuit spot, which is 2.5 times larger than a woman's. Because of these differences, when it comes to dating, women are considered the prize. Lizzie wrote and asked, if you get older and without a uterus, are you still the prize? And are you still pursuit worthy? I thought this was a great question, and it deserves more than a simple yes or no answer. So today I want to address how dating dynamics change as we get older and what we can do about it. One question I often hear is that when you get older, does dating change? This is an interesting biological question because a woman's cycle is actually intimately entangled with dating and attraction. In fact, the word menarche, which is the beginning of a girl's menstrual cycle, actually means beginning of men. Men is men and arc is beginning. Menopause actually means pausing or stopping of men. So historically, women had a very specific shelf life when it came to dating. It consisted from the beginning of her period until the end. One of the main reasons for that is because when a woman ovulates, she produces a little pheromone called copulins. When an ovulating woman walks past a man and he gets a whiff of this pheromone, it's as if a finger taps him on the shoulder and whispers the word sex. All of a sudden, she has his complete attention. So if a woman is no longer producing copulins, is she out of the dating market? Absolutely not. Copulins can give a woman an advantage, but pheromones are only one part of attraction. However, she may have to try a little harder to compensate. When a man gets a whiff of copulins, it actually gives his testosterone a little boost. This boost gives him the incentive to pursue. So if a woman's not producing copulins, she needs to boost his testosterone in another way. But she also faces another issue. As a man gets older, his testosterone level drops. This can be a problem because remember that pursuit spot we talked about earlier? Well, that's testosterone sensitive. So if he has had lower testosterone or if he's been in a long-term relationship, his pursuit spot has shrunk. Now he has less drive to pursue. Therefore, his lower testosterone, smaller pursuit spot, combined with her lack of copulins, may produce a type of a stalemate. They both want love, but they find themselves frozen on opposite sides of the room, neither willing to take the risk and talk to the other. It can look like a middle school dance, with the boys on one side and the girls on the other, neither willing to cross that invisible line. So what should a woman do to help Mother Nature along? The goal is to give his testosterone a bit of a nudge without coming on too strong. Why is coming on too strong so important? Research shows there is something even more significant than beauty and attractiveness, and that's kindness and trust. Being perceived as aggressive can diminish a person's trust. So ladies, you want to get his attention without being perceived as too forceful. At the same time, you want to give his testosterone a little nudge. How can you do all of this? Simple. Ask a neutral question. For example, if you meet a man at an event, you can say something like, do you know who the speaker is? Or, you know what's in this appetizer? Anything that gets you noticed and hopefully makes him the hero by answering your question. The same applies for online dating. Don't nudge or poke him. Instead, read his profile and ask a question. But make it sure it's neutral. Such as, I noticed you like fishing. I've been thinking about trying out fishing. Do you happen to know a place where I can take a lesson? If he's not interested, he'll simply answer the question. But if he's interested, he may offer to give you that lesson himself. Asking a question does two important things. First, it puts you in his field of vision. That's the first step. And it also gives him the opportunity to shine. You're showing that you trust and value his opinion, and that gives his testosterone a little boost needed to kickstart his pursuit spot. Your work is now done. You sit back. You just made him feel good, and soon he'll be thinking, wow, I like talking with her. Let me do that again. Pretty soon he'll be circling back around. So back to Lizzie's original question. Are women still the prize despite changes in her reproductive ability? Absolutely. Women are always the prize. And is she still pursuit worthy? Absolutely again. But he may need a tiny bit of encouragement in the form of a subtle display of attention. Lizzie, I appreciate your question. Thank you. And if you have a question you'd like me to answer here, please send it to dawn@dawnmasler.com. And I'll answer it next week. So make sure you subscribe. Oh, and share me with your friends so neither of you miss a thing in love school.